Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me. You guys, come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me. You guys.
We are seeing Hamilton. Alexander Hamilton.
Hey, welcome to the vlog. Hopefully you enjoyed that slightly different intro. Just wanted to show you a taste of this awesome week we've been having. We got a lot of fun stuff to do and talk about today. Of course, there's gonna be some cooking. So as always, I like to remind you there are time code links in the description below. Those blue numbers, I try to chapter stop it so you can jump around to the parts you wanna see, skip the stuff you don't, or jump back and forth, or watch it over multiple days because these get long. Whatever you want to do. So we'll let you know that we are going to talk about Jurassic World Dominion today. We actually got some real video game talk. I've started playing some other stuff. A little bit of a wedding update for sure. We're going to tell you about the plays and the concerts we've been to this weekend and what it's like starting to have some time off, even though it hasn't felt like it. We're going to make a cocktail. I'm thinking we're going to do our own Bloody Mary mix. I think that's what we're going to go with. Not sure 100% yet. And of course, we are going to do burgers. I know I was thinking about making this Star Wars thing, but I got the new Sam the Cooking Guy cookbook. We'll show you more about that in a minute. I made one for myself and Mary the other day, and wowzer. So we're gonna try the Oklahoma burger today. But that being said, it is 5:56 p.m. Wednesday, June 15th, 2022. It is a scorcher outside. I'm burning up. I left my hand fan on over there, didn't I? All right, anyways, let's get to the food part. Let's get that out of the way because everybody's getting hungry and so am I. So what do you know? And if you're on YouTube, you watch any cooking videos, you probably know about Sam the Cooking Guy. I love this guy. I love his channel. I love the food he makes. Everything I've made from him so far, it hasn't been a lot, but everything I've made from him so far has been phenomenal. And this is gonna be no different. So this is like one of his basic, hey Mary.
Hey.
Brand new book, just came out fairly recently, maybe within the last month. And there's tacos and crazy hot dogs and sandwiches, all kinds of stuff in here I definitely wanna make. I have already made one thing out of here. So I was just doing the startup here. And I'm gonna show you, almost to it. Oh, there's the Jiki Jack. He's excited Mama's home. I wanna make that Juicy Lucy for sure, and the shrimp sliders, and I wanna make everything in here, honestly. All right, so we made the Sam burger before, and I don't know, maybe I'll actually flash up my photo of mine right here. It's one of the best things I ever made. It was a lot of food. It's a lot of calories. That double smash burger and all that. But it was delicious, and I made up his burger sauce. Still got some of that. I dipped cheeseburger pizza rolls in that burger sauce the other day. It was fantastic. But today we are going to make what somebody else told me I should make, and I was like, oh, I was debating between those last time. Today we're gonna make the Oklahoma burger. Apparently this is a very classic style of burger I've not really had. Has some similarities with a White Castle, very minimal, just in terms of the way onions cook. So we're gonna use a large white onion, pound of ground beef, salt and pepper, American cheese, a little bit of mayo, some buns, and this is gonna be pretty easy. Hello. My lovely. And I know Kathy's stopping by at some point. I don't know if she'll be on camera. Dad's coming over. He's going to eat that extra quarter pounder because Mary's having a single. I'm going to make a double like the book says.
We have potluck at work today.
Yeah, and last time we kind of regretted. So, all right, so I got me a big old white onion. We're going to mandolin slice. I got some Angus beef 80-20 for this. We got the deli American cheese. And I do have some nicer burger buns, but these need to get used. These are good. Oh, we got a pie. Salt and pepper. So that's all we really need for this. I'll get the mayo out when it's time.
A chocolate pie.
Chocolate pie? Mary, you showing everybody your pie on camera? Sorry, I could not resist.
I think Kathy might want some. So
there you go. Maybe I want some.
You actually eat it?
Not right this second, but maybe later tonight.
That peanut butter cup that's still in the freezer.
Oh, I forgot about that. But maybe we make mudslide, White Russian milkshake and have it with that later when we watch Star Wars. All right, anyway.
What is this?
I'm kidding. I'm hungry. Well, I'm not really. I'm hungry. Let me get. I don't have a slip mat under. I don't have a slip mat under here, but really the only vegetable we have to prep is this onion. I'm going to take my ring off just to get it out of the way. Peeling this onion will be the longest part of what we do here. And let's see, I want rings, so...
Not that.
No, that way. I know, it always takes me a minute to remember the direction. So we're just gonna slice that open. And we're gonna do a little layer peeling off back here. Actually, you know what, I was stupid. I should have just sliced one end off a little bit.
Yeah, I was wondering why you did it that way.
I don't know, why did you stop me? It's your job. You're supposed to stop me from the dumb idea.
Well, actually...
It'll still work.
It'll fit in the handguard better.
That's a fair point. So I'm just peeling off the outer layer here.
I want to point out you're still using the blade that has apparently gotten very dull.
It's okay. You see I have the handguard out, don't you?
Yes.
Yes. Because again, if you've never been cut, you haven't lived till you've been cut by a mandolin slicer. That is not a pleasant experience. I had a pretty bad little one, then shortly after my dad had a pretty substantial one he did, but he was new to them. And he had a crap one to start with, so we got him a good one. We have a better mandolin, but I just keep sticking to using this one because it's what I'm used to. It's the one Mary gave me. All right. All right, hi Napoleon. All right, so let me get this out of the way. Don't really need that anymore. Slide this up here. And let's see how I want to go about this. Let me get a little bowl, put these in. Yeah, sure. So we're gonna slice these thin. We have the thin attachment in here. And then we're gonna take them over the sink and we're gonna wring them out a little bit. I'm even gonna put that up so maybe you can see me do that when the time comes. And I will use the handguard, but I'm gonna get started just this way. And these don't really have to be perfect. They're all gonna get mushed down into the burger. You can see already the onion's starting to catch a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab these, set them up here. We'll wring them out in like a big go. And now, so Mary doesn't kill me, and I don't kill myself, we're gonna use the handguard at this point. Good boy. Well, it is starting to catch a little bit on the duller blade, so. Come on. Honestly, probably could use these even slightly thinner, but we can get a little more out of there, I think. Okay, I'm gonna stop that one there. And toss it up. Actually, that part right there might need to, it's got a little bit of onion root in it that I don't really want. And my eyes are stinging because I put my face down into it like a dummy. I don't know why I feel like I have to get down in here into it when I'm doing this. All right, this half, it's a little bit shorter. I'm just gonna start with the guard. I don't feel like bleeding today. These off to the side. I mean, some of these are coming out paper thin like I kind of want, but some a little bit more. Yeah, we can maybe get another piece out of there. Maybe two. Those are pretty good. I'm gonna call that there. Okay, set the mandolin aside, we're done with it. And now I'm just gonna take these over to the sink and we're just gonna wring out as much water as we can. Don't have to get all of it, or onion juice, I guess. And then we'll throw it in that bowl. We're just gonna squeeze it. There's not a lot in here, actually. Surprisingly. Yeah, actually, that is not a very watery onion, so that's good. Then again, I've never done this before, so hopefully I'm doing it right. Yeah, I'm getting like nothing out of this one. Not a very milky boy. Losing a couple to the sink, but that's okay. We got a lot, we got plenty here. Kind of break them apart a little bit. Get these last little bits in here. A little bit of juice out of there, okay. Rinse all that off my hands. And that is pretty much that on that end. All right. Oh yeah, I forgot. I did want to do another thing here. So just since we're gonna do four smashed patties, I do like to get them kind of well measured. This is an extreme step that you really don't have to do. but I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? I like getting it kind of specific. Bring the onions back over, bring the camera back down. All right. Pop the ground beef open. Now, I used to do burgers all the time. I learned from a good friend of mine, an old roommate, Patrick Chipley, some tricks to doing great burgers. And ever since, now that I got back into it, I forgot how good at this I am. And, but it's really simple, but there is a little bit of a trick to it. But first things first, let's set up the weighing station, because we'll get to that. 3, 2, 1. Put it on the plate. Let it weigh it. Zero it out. And, you know, I can just eyeball this. Let's see, get that about half, get that about a quarter. And then really the trick here is do not overwork your meat, especially on a smash patty. You barely need anything. Just work it into a ball. Give that a little bit of a weigh. Oh, 3 3/8. I was so close. Just pinch a little extra off. 3 5/8. Still 3 5/8. I must have not got the half split, first half split right. 3 3/4, really? 3 7/8. I'm gonna go with that because often I find the pound isn't true. So again, I'm just gonna kind of meld that in. But again, this is the trick I was talking about. Keep it loose, keep it tight, especially on a smash burger. You know, thick burger, you wanna do a little more working, but not a lot. This will actually lead to juicier burgers if it has all these little air pockets and stuff in there. So now we're in 3 7/8. Let's see what that adds. 7 5/8. Put a little extra on that boy. Puts us to 7 7/8. So that's probably a nice 4 ouncer. But I noticed last time, these did not weigh out to an exact pound when I was done. So, all right, let's see. Let's go about like that. That's a little light. Get a pinch, there we go. Okay, and this is also why if you're doing a burger, you gotta go 80-20. Don't get lean, it's a burger. You want that fatty juice greatness in there. And these don't have to be like perfect balls. 11 3/4, sure, we'll go with that. Because I think this pack might be a little more under the pound than normal. Let's figure that out. 15 3/8, yeah. That's substantially light on the weight there, private selection. And just kind of get the grease off or the fat off with some hot water. I'll properly wash my hands later off camera. There we go, there's some hot water. Watch my butt jiggle. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. But yeah, that's interesting. That's over it's over half an ounce shy. That's not cool. Shrinkflation is what Mary just yelled. So we're done with that. And you can kind of season, I want to say this part. You can season your balls right here, but we're not going to do that. All right, so now I don't have a griddle or a cast iron or any of that. I wish I did. I'm going to look into that. We're going to put this on a medium-high heat. I also don't have like flat spatulas, which I'd like to get, but we do have a Smashy Downy Baby's First Grill Press. This is what I used before. Works pretty well. This pan's about big enough to get 2 going. Of course, before we get 2 going, we're gonna toast up some buns. I just remembered that I definitely wanna do that. So once that heats up a little bit, let me do this. So Mary's gonna have one, Dad's gonna have one. I'm gonna get a bigger plate. And I'm gonna go ahead and kind of toast all the buns. I'm not even gonna butter them. I mean, you could, but we just want to kind of create a solid texture so stuff doesn't sog through. So we're gonna heat up that pan. I can already see the heat's coming. It's not there yet. go ahead and grab 2 Pepperidge Farm, remembers, buns. Split those, split those. Although I guess we only need 3 buns because I'm doing a double. That's right. Okay. Give it another second. Go ahead and bring the oil over. We're gonna use a little oil for this. Not a lot. And I mean, you know, stainless still works fine. This is my 3.5 quart pan. But I guess with a griddle, it's gonna be a little better. Although I feel like if I put a griddle this way on here, we have a small burner and a big burner, so you're gonna get inconsistent heat spots. That's gonna bug me. So, all right. Let's go ahead and toast a couple of these up. I should probably not, let's not do them all at once. I need room to actually, you know, I'm gonna put a little weight on them just to smush them down a little bit. Don't wanna have too smushy of a bun. I wish I hadn't put them in there like that. This will only take a second. You know, you can totally butter them, but okay. Oh no, that needs a little bit longer. Okay.
So should I wait to start on litter?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, probably. Because these take about 3 minutes and then another round of 3 because I'm gonna make the double first.
Okay.
So I mean, it really takes like no time once this gets going. There we go. Well, probably it's still a little soft in the center, but toast the top just slightly. Really, it's the bottom bun we want to make sure doesn't get too soggy, or you know, has a little crispness. There we go. That's perfect on that bottom bun. Just a second or 2 here on the top. All right, so that's one. Let's do a couple more. Just have them ready. Don't worry about the bread and seeds in there. It's all gonna cook. Give it a little bit, press down. You can actually hear, I can, a little bit of the sizzle from the moisture in the bun. Now that the pan is nice and hot too, these are gonna take a little less time. I'm thinking that might already be good. Yeah, don't want to burn it. Good. And again, I just like to put a little toasting on the top. That's kind of new. A little toasting on the bottom. All right, one more. A little push. A little push. I'm just gonna set these off to the side. We'll deal with them. Almost there. That one's feeling pretty good, I think. Uh-oh. Ooh, I've got a little too toasty. Perfect. And we caught that just in time. That's good. And that should be good. All right. Okay, so we got buns. I'm just gonna kind of give this a quick dumping out. Required moment, but you know, a little less stuff in the pan to worry about. Let's get that back on the heat. I'm gonna make sure it's supposed to be a medium high. I don't remember what smash burger, because again, this is only my second time doing smash burgers. But you know. Come on, where you at? All right, Oklahoma burger, 1-1. Okay, so peel, slice the onions, we did that. Gather them, squeeze out the liquid, we did that. Separate beef, did that. Flat top, high heat. High heat. Let's take that heat up a little bit more. Add a little oil, put on the balls, season with salt and pepper, cover each with a pile of onions. Should beef underneath at this point, smash down, heap of onions, then patty, cook for about a minute. All right, leave this open. A little oil. Not a lot, you don't want to get too much in here, you don't want it too greasy. Oh, Jack wants in Mama's room. Woo! I got my pan smoking hot. Might be a little too hot. All right, okay, we gotta get these balls on. So let's drop in a couple here. Little salt. Little pepper. Watch out for the splatters. Okay, and heaping pile of onions for each. Oh shit, I've already fucked that up. I probably should have smashed these and then we'll add some more. Down to about a quarter thin. About a quarter. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fuck. Get these onions back on top. Shit. I already failed slightly on this. Get a little more onion on them. That's good. I'm gonna push them down some more. Just get that onion pushed into it. Ow, fuck. Whew. Okay. All right, I'm gonna prep some cheese while we're waiting. Oh, yeah. Did I set a timer or didn't? Shit. All right, well, I'm just gonna go by eye. This should take anywhere from 1 to 2 minutes. All right, got me a couple slices of cheese, if I can get it out of here. Okay. Push those onions in. Yeah, I needed to cover these with more onions, honestly. So I'm just gonna keep putting more in. This is supposed to be a big oniony mess. All right. Yeah, hopefully the next ones go a little bit better. Woo, I got it smoky in here. Sorry for the extra fan noise, but don't want to be setting off the smoke alarms. What?
I'm just working it here, so you're ready for me to go. I can do it.
I think these are getting close for flipping. I should have smushed them more. I really should have gotten I was a little too delicate with my amount of onions. And these are not quite as smashed as I wanted to smash them, but it is what it is. Oh, in the meantime, well, let me wait till I flip these. And then I'm gonna go mayo a bun for the big boy. You get a good look. Let me actually bring you in a little bit. You kind of see it a little bit better. See what the pan's doing. And you want to just kind of get, you know, part of the fun of a smash burger is I should be leaving this alone, I gotta be honest. You want to get a little bit of crispiness on that side. Especially you want to, if you're doing the Oklahoma, apparently you want that side more crispy because you're not really going to get a sear on the onion side for these. Because of course the onions are going to take that up. But I think it's about time to flip. That feels like it's been long enough. But doing it with all these onions. Okay, that definitely separated. Now here we go. Oh yeah, baby. Flip that puppy. This one might, yep, it's pretty good. Flip that puppy. Get some of those onions under there. I probably could have gone a hair longer. And let's get some cheese. Cheese. Let me grab the mayo. All right, now Sam the cooking guy, he tends to go a little crazy with his mayo. I'm gonna keep mine a little light. Take the smoky bun. I'm not as much of a mayo fan as he is. So, you know, let's put a little mayo on the bottom of the bun here. Obviously you could skip this, but I'm just trying to keep it as told, or as recipied. That's how you say recipe, like a pro. All right. I probably should have smashed down into the onions a little more first, but we're doing okay. This is coming along pretty nicely. Trying to gather the onions up a little bit. Oh, Mary found a sword. All right. Just the tip, huh? Careful not to get splattered. This is a hot work zone.
Wow, that's really over there.
Well, I put it over so they could see the burgers a little bit better and how they're working out.
Yeah, this is a souvenir I got in Cancun when I went for spring break in high school. I had to get somebody else's their luggage to take home because it would not fit in mine.
Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about this. I think these are ready to go. I'm gonna take off the heat. But this is my bottom one. Oh shoot, I forgot I had the mayo on the bun. Whoopsie daisy, we'll use the plate, all right. Oh baby, and then this is supposed to be a double, so. Let that drain out a little bit. That balanced on the bun a little better. Scrape a little fond while it's hot. Since I'm making some more, I'm trying to clean this up while I can here. Oh, it smells so good. All right, I'm gonna take that pan off the heat, let that chill out for a bit. Oh no, it's sliding off. Okay, we gotta switch to the thing so I can do the photos and stuff. Look at this juicy motherfucker. Oh my God. That is decadent. Look at all that. This is why I toasted the bun a little bit. Honestly, I probably should have maybe put it on the resting rack, let it drain a little bit of that grease, but you want a juicy burger? This is a juicy burger. All right, I'm gonna eat it. Let's do it. Oh boy, I'm not even entirely sure how I picked this up now.
There is so much haze in here. You're like,
I know from the smoke of, I got, when the oil went in the pan, it got a little smoky in here.
it's very soft focus right now.
Okay. Oh Jesus.
Oh my God.
All right.
Let's get the separate view here. That looks messy. Oh, I can see the steam coming off of it.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Things with all that steam coming off, I don't know if you're oh my God for the flavor. Or
No,
just
the
destroyed your
flavor.
mouth.
The flavor. Guy would be proud. I'm in Flavor Town. But it is all wanting to slide apart on me.
Yeah, I think a single is going to be much more manageable.
Yeah. Oh man. That is insane. Oh man. Oh, that cheese, that meat, all those onions. Oh my god.
So John, you ready for yours?
Oh yeah. Smells great in here.
It's like grilled onions and beef, baby. So, again, I will show you theirs. And I think I would like this more as a single, but damn. Oh, it's so juicy.
Oh yeah, look at your plate. Hope that dent is big enough to hold it. Oh my god.
And how you look, a good burger.
Did you take your ring off?
Oh, wait, no, I think I ate it. Oh no. Okay, and you guys get the benefit of me learning from my mistakes too. Because doing it with the onions was a little tricky the first time.
Ellen.
Okay. Oh my god.
Are you ready to cut for now?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if they need to see me eat this whole damn thing,
Okay,
but I'm about
fine.
to. Look at this mess.
Oh lordy. Last time I saw your hands that greasy. No.
Hey, Dad's right there. Yeah, that is awesome. I think I like the Sam's Burger by a hair more, but that is awesome.
So is it just onions and hamburger?
And American cheese
Okay.
and a little mayo.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna make theirs. I don't need to necessarily film it.
All right.
I'll just tell you, but then I'll film the results of theirs and their reactions. All right, you can hit the thing. All right, these came out nicely. Look at Mary's.
Look at Papa John.
Daddy John's don't want to get sued. I am jealous. I am jealous. I'll show you what they think when they're cool enough to eat. And I need to get out. I need to scrape and get that off the pan.
I can find the bottom of it.
Yeah, I know he's going for it. Oh. Yeah, that's. You hearing that? Look at that.
That is good.
So I'll have to find out what you think, like compared to say Five Guys or something like that, which is kind of your favorite kind of diner burger. I feel like it's in that class.
Very different to Five Guys, but it's very good. It's just as the burger itself is just as good.
You know, all that smash burger goodness, and if the cheese really comes through, and yeah, all them onions. So I assume that's something I can make for you anytime. When I need somebody to save me from an extra quarter pound of beef. We'll see what Mary thinks if she's ready.
Let's see.
It does look like y'all didn't get as greasy where you don't have the double, so that's good. Your plates aren't as swimming in. Oh, I don't know what kind of thumbnail I got.
That's pretty good.
What? Wow.
I think I may like your other one a tad bit more, the Cheeseburger.
Do you have a reasoning? Because I think I agree with you. Whoop. Woo. Look at that. That got close.
Honestly, I think it might be that condiment.
The burger sauce,
Yeah.
it gives it a little extra something. This is pretty straightforward beef cheese onion, but delicious in that straightforward beef cheese onion.
Absolutely.
All right, well there you go. I'm gonna let them eat in peace. I'm gonna clean up a little bit, and then I think I might try mixing a Bloody. Yeah, I might need a Bloody Mary of the cocktail variety. And everybody's favorite game show, dishes. Oh, let me see. What do I want to do? I guess I can put that up there. Sure. And you know, I got this all full up. So not bad. Just got everything but the pan, so I'll take it. I don't know what drink I want to make. I don't know if I want to make a Bloody Mary, but I'm gonna make something. Then I gotta do trailers, and it's already 7:15. Crap. All right, let's make a drink. I decided, screw it, let's make an L.I.T. I gotta do trailers. Let's get ripped, baby. So we found a few different recipes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some lemon juice. We got some Tito's vodka, some white rum, some silver tequila, some regular gin, some triple sec or Cointreau, and some Oreo Speedwagon. Okay, some cola. It says that this version says a dash of simple syrup, so we're gonna try it with the ginger simple syrup and just, I mean, why not? Then I'm gonna use my fancy boy right here, do a little stir in action. So yeah, this is a little bit of everything. So first we want half an ounce of vodka. All right.
Ooh, it's cold looking at that.
Oh, with what it is outside, it's good. Whoop.
You're talking to the person who went out
extra.
to their car for a nap and went, oh, it feels so nice out here.
Yeah, Mary loves the 78 degrees, 100% humidity. Eric doesn't.
It was 90 something degrees, but I was in the shade and,
Half an ounce of white rum.
you know, with a decent breeze.
And again, in case you're new here, a little extra rum. The reason I usually have very cold vodka and club sodas as my go-to drink. And we also did the rum in the freezer because it was originally purchased for frozen strawberry daiquiris. So we're just trying to keep everything cold.
There's just a tiny bit left in there.
I got a whole other one, but that should be more than enough for what we need here. So now we want an ounce of lemon juice. I accidentally, the first recipe was gonna use lime juice, and I actually did squeeze a lime, and then we changed recipes because that recipe asked for orange juice, which we thought was weird. So fresh squeezed lemon juice. All right, half an ounce of gin. And I went with Hendrix because it's a more common gin. Oh, that's right, this is a cork. Versus Aviation, which has got slightly different botanicals, I believe. That's what, half an ounce, okay.
It's literally a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
I don't like pouring out of this bottle. It is hard to pour out of.
You need to get, I have some of those liquor stopper things.
Like pour spouts?
Yeah.
I think I have one too, but it is what it is at this point. All right, half an ounce of tequila. There's really, in this particular version of this drink, there's only 2 ounces of alcohol in this.
Yeah, but it's pretty much all alcohol.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like, am I really gonna have that much of a drink? Should I have doubled this?
No, because then you'd have 4 ounces of alcohol.
Mary, you're thinking about the way you drink though, not the way I drink. I can make this last 2 hours. No prob, Bob, you know?
Are you saying I have a drinking problem?
No, trust me, between the two of us, absolutely not. But you do tend to chug. Okay, half an ounce of triple sec. I guess technically 2.5 ounces of liquor.
Shut.
I would not survive bar rescue. John Tappert would just kick my ass right out. All right, so before we do the other things, mix all ingredients, then with a splash of cola. Well, I mean,
Yeah, no.
it's not mixing all ingredients if I save one for a splash later. Sillies, right? Poorly written. I don't know what a splash is, so I'm just gonna get a spoonful.
There's a splash of simple syrup too?
Yeah, is that a splash, you think?
Yeah.
So that's our ginger rosemary simple syrup. I'm just trying to work through it, and I thought, why not? Give it a little bit of an extra kick. Ooh, I almost knocked that over. All right, so we're gonna stir all that together, pour it in. Oh, I got the strainer. I guess I don't need to use the strainer. There's nothing in here for straining.
Yeah.
Give it a little tasty wasty. Not bad. Not bad. Especially once we get that splash of cola going. All right, let me put some ice in my glass. Make it a tall order. That's probably good. You can always throw in more. And do. Yeah, see, like, I mean, fuck me, I should have doubled it. That's just not.
Yeah, I'm thinking it is quite possible that in the past when we've done it, we've just, no, don't.
Well, I'm gonna take the ice back. I just mix a second batch.
Just make a second batch and pour it on top.
All right, that's all right. What were you saying? I'm sorry. Let's go through it again, everybody.
I'm thinking like, it usually is like something closer to like 4 ounces of alcohol, 4 to 5 ounces. When you get like a regular one.
I know everything was pretty much half an ounce except the lemon juice. So I'm glad I got a juicy boy. And I know
This is like, I should just dig out my old recipe cards from back when I did bartending school.
Yeah, I'm down for trying your old cards and see what we get.
One of the other things that they taught us is like how to basically get the muscle memory you need to get like an ounce pour.
Right, yeah, and like there's a counting method and all that, but
Yeah.
I'm not actually trying to be a bartender as much as I just want to make cool cocktails for friends on occasion, so I'm personally a little less worried about that myself, but I totally understand. Certainly as a bartender, speed is going to be of the essence.
Mm-hmm.
That was hence why I made the joke about John Tappert. Well, I think I got a seed in there. I did get a seed in there.
Fish out with the spoon.
I'm gonna, but I got a plan. Oh, I got this. Luckily that, yeah. This is all for me to drink anyways, and that sink was actually clean, so.
Because I cleaned it.
Thank you.
I wanted a clean sink for when I did an ice bath for my chocolate pie.
Yeah, you should show him. Well, if we remember, you should show him that chocolate pie.
I did.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Cool, good, thank you.
Remember, I showed it off on camera when I first came in, or I took it downstairs.
That was a little light. I do remember that now that you mention it. All right, so now we'll mix this in with that. Try to give it a little stir in the glass itself too.
Yeah.
And then we'll hit it with a splash of the cola, which should give it more of its sort of almost signature color.
Yep.
I'll actually go ahead and put another ice cube in there too, I think. And then actually I'm gonna give this a quick little stir in here. I know it's gonna water it down slightly, but.
I put your splash of cola in first before you put in an ice cube, but that's me.
Say what?
I put the splash of cola in first before adding more ice, but that's me.
I got time. And we need 2 splashes because it's a good splash.
There you go.
That looks pretty good. I'll stir it up with the straw here in a second. I think that's good. The other one.
Now, do you know why you don't really stir, why you stir it all before you put the Coke in?
Does it have something to do with carbonation, maybe?
Yes.
Ah, let's give that a nice little loopy doop. And we could garnish with a lemon wedge, but screw that, it's just for me. That looks pretty tasty.
All right.
Let's find out.
Cheers.
I like it, but I also like it because it's a little bit lemony. But for me, I like it, I'm gonna hit it with a little more cola.
All right, guys, just got a Kathy. Message from Kathy.
Ah, here you go, my dear. Let's see what you, oh, yeah. See what you think about that.
All right, let's-
Eric's first L.I.T.
You've done it correctly. You know how you've done it correctly? I don't really taste the alcohol.
Exactly. Woo, look at me, mixology, baby. All right, I'm gonna drink this and, hey, shh. I'm gonna drink this while I do trailers, so this is gonna be fun. I like the ginger simple syrup in there too. I do feel like I'm getting just a hint of that almost ginger kind of burn, just a hint on the end. But
As for me, it's just alcohol.
yeah, that's really good. L.I.T's for the win. Whoop. All right, I gotta go do some work. It is a busy week. Even though I had less YouTube, somehow I'm busier. But at least it's with life stuff. So first we're gonna talk about the concert we went to. We do a lot of concerts at Riverbend. Usually a lot of lawn seats for stuff we're not like terribly, desperately excited to see. We were gonna go see the show. We were waiting till last minute, see if we caught a discount on tickets. Mary won tickets.
Yeah.
So that worked out. I'm glad we didn't buy them and then you won them. So we went up to see STYX was headlining. Before them was REO Speedwagon.
Yes.
And before them was Loverboy.
Correct.
We've seen STYX a few times, seen REO Speedwagon before. First time seeing Loverboy, mostly seeing Loverboy. Because even though we got out of here at a really good time, and starting out, it looked like we'd have a really good time getting up there with time to chill out and everything. Traffic was worse than usual, and this concert was way busier than most of the concerts up there.
Yes. that last, what, mile and a half took about half an hour?
Yeah, and I mean, it's usually like a 15-minute thing because like all this traffic has one exit basically to get off of going our direction. You have to go down to a bridge and usually get about a mile out and it's stop and go, stand still for 15 minutes. This was half an hour and very frustrating. By the time we got in there, we literally had to park at the back end of the lot. Like if we moved 5 more feet over, we would tilt over into the river. So that was really frustrating. However, because you know about my speeding ticket and everything, I have been a very good boy. Mary has converted me to the Church of Cruise Control. Because back in my 20 years ago when I would use it, it sucked. You know, struggles going up hills and all that, and it just fucking sucks. But now in the car I have, I got the bells and whistles. So I have like the lane assist, the brake assist, the little buttons on the steering wheel. So if I need to change, I can literally just dial it in 1 mile per hour at a time, which is great for like all the work zones and construction zones. And man, that made my drive so less stressful because I hated driving because I'm so focused on what I'm doing. And then like that switch of constantly looking down at my speed and looking up the road and adjusting and trying to get around people and blah, blah. Didn't worry about any of that shit. I just enjoyed the ride, and we've since been somewhere else and enjoyed that. So I wanted to throw that story out there.
Yes, he has actually significantly improved because there were times I was sitting there like, I do not want to be in this car right now.
Oh, before am I driving? Yeah, because I was like, well, because the thing is, I'm so focused. I wanted to get it over with, and that's why I would speed like crazy because I just wanted it to be done. So I'm trying to get wherever I can as fast as I can.
So we should just have a bitch on repeat and maybe way to go.
Yeah. She's not wrong. And as I started learning just before getting that ridiculous, dumb speed trap of a ticket, I started paying attention to ways and being like, it doesn't make a difference. That you would think going 90 instead of 70 in 190 miles would make a difference. It doesn't. Maybe like 3 minutes.
Well, basically,
I'm just getting tired.
If you're going 60, you're literally going a mile a minute.
Yeah.
If you are going 90, you're only going what? Every 45 seconds, a mile?
Maybe. I don't know. That L.I.T is strong. Anyways, like I said, on paper, you would think it makes a difference. In practice, it really doesn't, because you're always going to get caught up with other people, and so anyways, whatever. But we got there, and we were very late. Loverboy, I thought we would totally miss them. Luckily, they played for actually close to an hour.
Yeah.
Hell, even our lawn seats, we were literally at the top and back. Like, right behind us was the sidewalk with the stairs and people hanging out and stuff. But we did get to see some Loverboy. It was a good time. They now have frozen margaritas up there. They were really delicious instead of our frozen rum drinks since they changed the flavors on those.
I think I definitely prefer the margaritas.
I think so too. And, had the REO Speedwagon, which was really, really good. And of course, STYX is always a blast. Mm-hmm. And
I like their keyboardist.
Yeah.
He'll sit there like standing with his back to the keyboard playing, or
standing on it.
Spins around and stuff.
Very custom designed to make it very showmany, which is wonderful. I guess inflation and traffic is hitting merch though, because again, this is the second time we've been to a concert since we've lived together, I believe. But I used to go up there and I'd be like, I need a shirt for every band. I want all the merchandise, blah, blah, blah. And shirts $30, $35, still pricey. But they were selling theirs for $45 and $50, and it's like, what?
Yeah, it used to be like 35?
Yeah, like 35 is like pushing it, but thank the maker, they had like a tour shirt that had all 3 bands on it, so it was very easy for me to be like, yeah, I'm just gonna get these 2 koozies I don't have and a t-shirt. Mary got a t-shirt, so I
got Raglan.
Yeah, we were pretty chill there. And as usual, we made the smart decision. We got Arby's on the way up, because Arby's is all right for fast food. But the trick we do is we always get a couple of extra double roast beefs and throw them in the car. Because even if you got to eat those cold, they're still delicious. Mm-hmm. And that way, after having a few drinks, while you're waiting 20 minutes for the traffic to clear out so you can actually move out of the parking lot, it helps make sure you're nice and sober for the drive home. So,
especially trying to figure out, okay, which way am I going to get onto the interstate?
Yeah, because you never know which lane you're necessarily going to go out when you leave Riverbend. And like one way will let you go like the west way, and the other way will let you go the east.
East sucks. East is the worst.
Yeah, so it's, because then you have to get on the interstate, and then you got to go find another exit to U-turn, and it's really annoying not being able to choose your no. But had a really great time, and that was a great show. So thank you, Points Tickets.
You're welcome.
So speaking of tickets, for my birthday, Mary got me a lovely pair of tickets, and we finally got to use them, as you saw in the beginning. I finally, how much I fell in love with Hamilton, fell in love with my boy, Lin-Manuel Miranda, and that amazing soundtrack and how inspirational that show was. Only ever seen the Disney Plus version. but I got to go see the live tour version, which was really fun. And we had pretty good tickets. We were a little off center, but it wasn't like that big a deal. About row P, but for a show like that, you don't want to be too close. You want to be able to see the whole thing.
You can still see people pretty well.
Oh yeah, no, it was very clear. And so we went up to Louisville again. Cruise control, amazing. Except for all the goddamn traffic, speed, the construction areas on the way to Frankfurt and back, where it starts a construction area and looks construction-y, but then you go a long stretch where it's not construction-y at all, but you don't know you're still in a construction zone, so you're like, And then there's the part where you're in a construction zone, in a construction speed, and then before you're out of that one, they have another sign up saying, construction coming up in 3 miles, prepare to slow down. And I'm like, I never sped up. Wait, am I out of the construction zone? Am I in it? It's insanely confusing sometimes. And I know other people out there have worse traffic issues than we do, but it's annoying. They are looking for you.
Like the 401.
Right, yeah. I'm just expressing our own thing. We got up there and we hit this restaurant we went to when we saw the Book of Mormon. Mary remembered the Bristol Grill and Bar.
Is it grill?
Or bar and grill? I guess bar.
Most people would say bar and grill.
Yeah, but I think it's bar and grill. I think you're right. Anyways, it's literally 1 block down from the theater, the Wayfair.
It was the Whitney Theater back
Whitney
then. It was
Theater.
Like the Kentucky Arts Center, Performing Arts Center. Something
Yeah, this place is like
it's
on.
Like a multi.
And I want to say the address is like 614 West Main, somewhere in the 600 block of West Main in Louisville. Highly recommended. Of course, so many people there for the show because it's practically across from the theater, and they were full with reservations. But we got in just in time to get a couple of the last seats at the bar. Nice wine. Really, she made me a wonderful filthy dirty martini, and we had an amazing meal. We had an appetizer that they take wontons and put like a hatch chili pepper cheese in there, and like deep fry that, and then give you like this guacamole to dip in, like a thin guacamole to dip it in. Amazing. And then you had a fantastic steak and like thick potato chip kind of thing.
Mandarin ginger something or other.
Yeah, I almost am regretful, except that my dish was amazing too, because I had a Thai sweet chili cream linguine, which is weird because it was a sweet cream sauce with blackened chicken and linguine and some Parmesan cheese. Delicious. But if that's all there was, that sweet cream might have got overwhelming, but they had this brilliant idea of putting some pickled red cabbage along the side of the plate you could mix in. So every once in a while you could take a nice little tart vinegary bite that cut through the sweetness and then brought you back to where you could keep enjoying that sweet cream. And it was fantastic.
Yeah, I would have liked having yours, I think, but I think mine was the better dietary choice.
I think dietary choice, sure. Although I didn't really gain that much. I'm pretty good from yesterday, all things considered. Today will be worse because of the burger. But yeah, so we had that. We got over to the place. We had plenty of time. We didn't really get a drink because we were feeling pretty good off the drinks at the bars. We looked at the merch.
The line was insane.
Yeah, well, the lines were, but they were moving really good. I was noticing. The real problem is how few bathrooms they have for so many people, especially for the ladies. But I mean, when you have at intermission a 20-person long line of dudes, your bathroom situation ain't great. Because usually dudes, we're in and we're out. You know what I mean?
Usually it gets to a point where some ladies are going like, I think the guys are done. Let's take over their bathroom.
Right. But good time. We were sitting there, good people. A little cramped in those seats, but you know, I mean, that's how these old things are. And of course, the show was amazing. The songs were amazing. Hearing them sing it live, like the chorus parts when the whole crew and dance troupe are singing.
Yeah.
I mean, the first half, of course, were all the bangers where Mary was too engaged in the show, but she would have appreciated my face because it was one of just sheer enjoyment, and like immediately got kind of misty-eyed at just appreciating the experience, and had just a freaking blast with it.
Yeah.
And my favorite part, now of course, you know, it's the cast is not quite as good as the main Broadway Disney cast, but still for the touring cast, they're excellent. I'm not trying to knock them, just saying it's going to be different, you know. And but my favorite, I think both of our favorite part is King George, and this King George was great. But because, again, like the Disney version, if you've only ever seen that, you see what they show you. Whereas if you're seeing it live, you can look at whatever you want. You can watch the dancers or things you may not see. And, of course, being live theater, there's always little touches of something different added depending on the cast. And there's a moment when they were doing a song and Aaron Burr was the actor was doing the song and a speech. And King George was on stage just sitting in a chair and just like dangling his feet like a school child and dancing along. And the actor playing Aaron Burr started breaking.
Yeah.
He was having a hard time.
Basically, what happens is he comes in for the king comes in for one of his reprises, and just decides to hang around because he has nothing better to do.
Yeah. And then Aaron Burr
He's
after.
going like, give me popcorn because this job is going to be a mess.
And he's looking over and he's just being all goofy and shit. And Aaron Burr was like, he's trying to be serious. He's like, dude, like he literally is breaking. It was fantastic. And we got out there, we got home reasonable. Just the only sad thing was we missed the cats a lot this week. They've had to be locked in the basement a lot.
That reminds me, at some point, if it comes around, I need you to see The Drowsy Chaperone.
Okay.
Because the narrator character will be in a scene with the characters, but because he's the narrator, he's not there.
Oh, I
so
got you.
You see him just messing around, and it's just
Okay.
going like, how often have they broken because of him?
Yeah. But I'll tell you this, if you've never really gone to live theater, it'd be hard for me to recommend some shows because she'll know more, but if you get a chance to go see Hamilton live, or you get to go see Book of Mormon live, Avenue Q. Let's
Take
see.
the kids.
If they like me, I'm trying to give them things I know they'll like. What are some other really, really good things we've seen?
That we've seen.
What was the one you were in that I filmed? That's a really good one if anybody does that.
What was
Second time we ever met. It was a slamming.
It was a slamming door first. Oh my god, what was it?
I know it's not your fault. I put you on the spot. I'm blanking.
God, the main characters are in drag.
Yeah, because they're trying to pretend they're women
Yeah.
to hang out with these people, and one of them falls in love, and
Yeah, goddamn, what did I think of that?
it'll come to
Yes.
us. But I was just trying to recommend some things.
I said Drowsy Chaperone I've seen and I loved. Chicago is what we're going to go see.
Yeah, that's a little
in
more.
August.
That's a little more traditionalist. Again, I'm trying to think if you know my taste, something you like for first timers. I don't know if Chicago is going to be a great first time for everybody because it's not for everybody. But like I think the ones we mentioned, like if it's your first time seeing like
Chicago, like the movie.
no.
I don't know. You're talking. You know what you're talking about.
No, but I know that one gets a little bit. Are you sure? And I'm thinking Cabaret. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, you've seen Cabaret.
Right, that's what I was thinking of. But
And yes, that does get dark.
anyways, yeah, I was looking for something that's just super freaking fun and enjoyable. But anyways, go see live theater. That's the point.
The play that goes wrong.
I do want to see that.
I
do
saw
wanna
it.
see
It
that.
was fantastic.
Yeah. So we're gonna watch the performance at the Tonys just to get an idea of some other things. Hades Town is coming.
Yep.
So we're gonna go see that. We've heard some songs and want to see it. Little Shop of Horrors. That'd be a good one for y'all. We're gonna go see that live at Woodford this season.
so that's
The
like
Addams
a local.
Family. Addams Family musical is a great one if you ever get a chance to see that.
Spamalot.
Spamalot is a great one.
Although if it's a youth production, they will change things.
Yeah, that's just true in general. But anyways, the point being, check out some live theater if you haven't. Like, don't go spending a crap ton of money. Like, maybe Hamilton's not a great first choice because you might hate it, and that's not going to be cheap regardless of where you see it.
And it's one of those things. It's like, go ahead and watch it on Disney Plus and decide if you
For Hamilton,
want
yeah.
to, see it in person.
Yeah, although you'll never find a better production than the Disney Plus production, probably, because that's like the original cast, and it's like perfectly filmed and perfectly produced. And
But again, it's one of those things is you get to look where you want to look. Cause
yeah. Anyways.
Lots of choreography and stuff.
Right. And I'm just trying to, and I swear to God, Jennifer Lawrence was up there as one of the dancers, uncredited, trying to my thought process is I think she recently had a baby and like, she's like, so she's going to come back to acting. So she's like, hey, here's a good way to work off some baby weight and stay in performance mode. So I think she was secretly one of the dancers and chorus members. All right. So there's that. So there's Hamilton. All right. So we have a little bit of a wedding update. I'm not doing that for effect. I really had some phlegm.
I'm sitting here going like, am I supposed to be saying something?
No. So we haven't completely finalized it, but we do kind of have our guest list together now, or at least our invitation list. As we're filming this, it's the 15th. The 17th is 3 months from when the wedding is. I've gotten on to the caterers.
We suck at this.
Yeah, we do. I've gotten on to the caterers, and they're like, yeah, we appreciate y'all, but we're making you a priority right now because we understand. But so that's happening. I still have to find some email addresses, and we still got to put the invitations together and get them out. But at least we have an idea of who the hell we're inviting now. So we do have that in our thing, and Mary's at least has all the addresses pretty much for most of them. I need to do a lot more of mine.
Family.
Yeah, and I need to figure out like the plus ones and stuff, but
Yeah, I was waiting on doing the addresses and stuff for everybody else until we were both in agreement that we are actually inviting.
right.
The non-family kind of needs to be invited for the most part, unless you're a relative whose name I can't remember.
Yeah, there's that, and I don't have a lot of family left, so it's a little easier for me.
It's just
At least that I talked to.
I know the local relatives, and I know the relatives in Canada, but the ones in between, I'm like, I think one's named Tony.
Yeah, part of mine is like, okay, how many celebrity invites do I do? Because some of them are ceremonial, some of them are legit, like they're actual friends. They might show up, and and then some of them are like, am I just being dumb and ridiculous? But maybe because they really want to taste my food, and if they're in town for the weekend, I'm happy to cook some. Just saying, if any of my celebrity friends are watching, you know who you are.
Are you actually going to want to cook the day after our wedding?
Well, maybe the day or two before. I don't know. It depends on how long they're in town. You know what I'm saying? You want me to fry you up a burger out of Sam the cooking guy's burger? I'm fucking do that.
We also need to figure out the honeymoon thing too.
Yeah, we gotta get to that too. Flights. Although part of my panic was with the whole, you have to get a test to come back into the States, and those can be false positives, and how much money it costs you if you get a positive, because then you have to pay for extra hotel and rebook your flight, and that was a little nerve-wracking. So now that they dropped the restriction about needing a test to get back into the States, I do feel a little bit more confident about international travel. At least in terms of the what is the word I'm looking for? The technicalities, the technical side of it. I mean, there's always still, you may catch something, fingers crossed you don't. I think we're still pretty lucky. If we've had it, we didn't know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that makes that a little bit easier.
The other thing that we decide is if we're going to do the thing where like we fly into Cancun, stay there for a few days, and then take the next big ass part of the flight.
The way money is right now, the way the stock market, it's seeming unlikely.
Okay.
Stock market stuff's it's bad right now, which makes things a little nerve-wracking. Not terrible. We're still fine as long as we're smart about money. As long as I'm smarter about money. Let me phrase that correctly. But yeah, so there's that. And we will do some live streams leading, but I don't know. That's, I guess, because donations is what my brain is just loose association theater after that L.I.T that's almost finished. Which now is 8 ounces of alcohol I'm drinking. 9 ounces, because we weren't counting the Cointreau. So I think that's good for the wedding update. Oh, and then one other thing. Mary, didn't you ask a certain somebody something today that they've been waiting for you to ask because they assumed?
Oh yeah, I finally got around to asking Kathy to be my bridesmaid because it was one of those things that's like, wait a minute, have I actually done that yet?
And Kathy's like, I figured this was coming. I was just...
I think I meant to ask her at the cookout, but it was, as the host of the cookout, I'm usually...
Yeah, which was helpful that I was a little more hosting this time.
Yeah. Well, not doing your cooking the day of helped a lot.
Plan ahead, children. All right, that's enough of the wedding. Let's talk about dinosaurs. Ginosaurs? Ginosaurs. Giant man-eating walking vaginas. Get Jerry Williams on the phone. Someone get me this budget. Did you guys like Jurassic World Dominion?
I'm a raptor. I'm a T-Rex.
Okay. All right. You're right. Oh, I didn't realize your leg was out. I just tripped over Mary's foot. So I could not run from a T-Rex in high heels. All right, so Jurassic World Dominion. Mary, what did you think of this movie?
It was okay as long as you are willing to accept a lot of hand waving and as in, yeah, don't think about it too hard. Just run with it.
So, I really despised the last Jurassic World movie. It was a chore to watch. It was not fun. It was not enjoyable. This movie, I was like, listen, it's got to be at least better than the last one, right? I mean, it's got to be. And then everybody's early reviews started coming out like, oh, this is worse. I was like, oh, no. So we're all going out. Even my dad was going because we already had tickets. And we're all like, oh, no. Then we find out it's 2.5 hours. We're like, oh, no. So my expectations were as low as they could be. I had a drink with dinner. I got a drink at the theater. And about 15 minutes into that movie, I started realizing I was having a good time. And as the movie went on, I realized, if you just come to this as if the Asylum was given a $200 million budget to make a dumb dinosaur movie, it's kind of fun. And that's kind of what they did. And you know what? I kind of loved it. I can't at all tell anybody it was good. I'm not at all trying to convince you that you're gonna like it or anything, but I am amazed that I actually had a blast with it. It's probably my third favorite of all 6. It's probably Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, and then Jurassic World Dominion, and then Jurassic Park 3. Maybe it's fourth, maybe Jurassic Park 3 is a little more fun, I don't know. But I'm amazed how much I enjoyed it. And the nostalgia bomb worked. And again, there was some alcohol and all that, but by the end, I had some nice tears. It wasn't Star Wars tears, but I had a few little tears going of joy and happiness. It's definitely not a dinosaur movie. It's a movie with dinosaurs in it. The first half is definitely more of a a Mission Impossible movie with dinosaurs in it. There's the driving plot. There's like kind of two movies in one that end up mashing into one. And the driving plot of one of them is... Idiot, get off the table. Thank you for listening to Daddy. One of them is very not dinosaur related, but it feels like something that would come of the Jurassic World evolution and everything. And I'm going to tell you one specific image. It's not really a spoiler at all, but there's a moment, and this is maybe 30, 40 minutes into the movie that it's like, okay, this movie is fucking stupid, and I love it. Because they literally, do you remember the Bourne Identity? Do you remember the very famous scene people talked about all the time back then, where Jason Bourne's chasing a guy across rooftops, and they jump down through like a balcony window into a room, and like the camera follows them down. They do that with a raptor chasing a character. Rooftop jumps, camera follows them down, jumping through a window. I'm like, all right, movie, I know what we're doing, and I'm having a good time with it from here on. And I got it, and I loved it. And there's one part that feels like they made a scene because they want to add it to a Jurassic World ride in Universal. But it's really effective, like the lighting and stuff. You know, it's a little creepy. So I ended up having a really good time with it. More than her or Dad. They ended up enjoying it more than they thought. I think I also, by complaining about how much I was dreading it, helped lower their expectations, I hope. So maybe that kind of let y'all enjoy it a little more.
It's one of those movies where I sit there and go, I don't really go in with a lot of expectations to begin with, and then it's going to be stupid fun. Hopefully the dinosaurs look good.
Which I think they did. I think the effects and everything were pretty fantastic. Love seeing the old crew back though, like their story. I enjoyed their movie a little more than the other movie, but the other movie was really good. And then when it all comes together, I think it comes together pretty well. You know, and the clone girl, kind of interesting. Some of the side characters, kind of interesting. It's not as much as dinosaurs rule the world as I expected. And again, the dinosaurs really are very, not even secondary, but like third tier in this.
Yeah.
But I had a good time with it. So I think that's what really matters. And we saw it in IMAX, and of course, and all that. So that also helped. And I feel like I had one more point I wanted to make about it, but I'm forgetting what that point is, so.
I'll think of it later.
Yeah. But anyways, do you have anything else you wanted to say? I know I had a lot to say. I've been wanting to talk about this.
Have they made the pitch meeting for it yet?
No, but that should be fun. And again, I will remind you, I'm not trying to defend this movie. I'm just explaining my experience with it. Everybody's going to have a different one. I totally get why people really do not like this movie.
So I feel like the phrase you're going to need to get off my back is going to be like more than once.
I need to get all the way off my back about this. Yeah. The other thing I will point out, and here, let's throw a little of my dad's review in there, is the one thing he didn't really like is there were really no stakes. You never expected, you know, I'm not saying if anybody did or didn't die, but you never really worried about it.
Yeah.
I mean, people definitely died. I'm not going to tell you anything more than that. She didn't really spoil her. We probably could have left that in, so I'm not trying to, but I just thought I'd be extra safe since it is a brand new movie. So I'm sorry. You didn't really. Anyways. What were you saying that you can't say?
Nothing. I'm done.
Shit. I'm sorry. Idiot, what did you think of Jurassic World Dominion? Yeah, that's probably most people. Thank you, sweetie baby girl. Yeah, alright. So anyways, that's that. Alright, I actually do have some... What is up with the...
Oh, I gave her some of her flea treatment.
Oh, thank you for letting me know that that's now all over my hand. I
haven't exactly had a
I know.
chance to tell
No,
you.
you're right. You're right. I'm not. I think that's it. I definitely have video game talk to give y'all in a wrap up, but I think we're about near the end of the vlog, and we gotta go watch Obi-Wan before she gets spoiled, and then maybe Miss Marvel, but she needs sleep. We're probably gonna wait for
I don't
Saturday.
need sleep. I'll sleep when I'm dead.
I don't want you to die. You gotta. I have to die first, and I'm not dying anytime soon. So sleep. All right, I'll be back. Bye, Mary. Probably. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. You can get right on your nose. Alright, so let's talk about video games. It's 12:20 a.m. You know what? I would rather be playing video games, but I got a lot of editing to do. Gotta get this thing done because we're gonna go see, what are we seeing tomorrow? Lightyear. And, you know, I gotta edit all this and blah, 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 blah. But, yeah, so as far as WWE, I'm still just logging in. Haven't really been playing. So many card packs getting more expensive with the motherfucker points. So I'm kind of like, but I'll get back to it. But that said, I have started 2 games. I played, dicked around with a few other things. I'm very excited for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge on Game Pass, and it'll be out on Game Pass by the time you see this, out to purchase on other systems. Limited Run has an amazing physical edition coming, and an amazing collector's edition. I'm going to buy the collector's edition for Switch, a physical edition for PS5, and stick with Game Pass on Xbox until I need to buy it. And then I'm going to buy it digitally, because I know this game is going to be amazing. The reviews are spectacular thus far, so I'm excited for that. But I will say also last night before Obi-Wan, this has nothing to do with Obi-Wan, I'm just saying before Obi-Wan, I finally, as I had been planning, I have the PS5 in my bedroom now as well, and I haven't really played anything on it because they don't have a rewards point system where I'm can turn my points into money. But since I had already gotten all the achievements, well, a lot of the achievements on Xbox, I was ready to do a replay and another playthrough, so I finally started the current modern gen second playthrough of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. So I got about a little over an hour into that. I'm just a Bogano. I was dicking around a Bogano a little bit. But I went through that amazing Braca opening sequences and had fun with that. I forgot how great the controls feel. I forgot how gorgeous this is. It looks amazing on a PS5 upgrade. I'm sure the Xbox Series X upgrade looks great as well. I have the custom or the premium edition, so I have some cool skins. I have like that greenish yellowish, almost Boba Fett-ish skin going on for the Mantis and BD1, which I'm very excited about, finally hooking up with BD1. I'm going with an orange saber this time. At least initially. We'll see how that changes. Because again, you can watch my entire original playthrough when the game first came out. It is on YouTube, so on the main channel. I don't think there's a face cam. I think that was before I was doing face cam, which is a shame because it gets me teary-eyed. Yeah, it is a shame because I get emotional at times in that. But yeah, that was really cool. I forgot how fun the parkour stuff in the beginning is. And, the lightsaber combat in that is really nice. Well, not so much the lightsaber combat as much as using the lightsabers on stormtroopers and blasting bolts back at them and stuff. Very, very cool. And navigating Bogano is kind of cool. And now that I'm not doing it on camera and in a rush, it's like I'm just taking my time, looking around, and see if we can 100% that thing for fun. So, having a blast with that. Really excited for the sequel to happen. So I have actually been playing that, so that's really cool. But the thing I will also tell you that I did start on Xbox, I'm only 2.5, maybe 3 hours into. I did start playing the Quarry, finally. Really excited for this. It's kind of like a choose-your-own-adventure horror movie game. Real actors that look like the real actors, like Justice Smith is in there, Ted Raimi. A bunch of actors I recognize, even though I can't place their names. David Arquette is in there. Having a really good time with that so far. It looks amazing. I'm doing that on the Xbox Series X. I am seeing a little bit of glitch with the shallow focus. Occasionally, the edges of characters don't have the shallow focus. It just looks a little weird, but for the most part, it looks gorgeous. And at times, I forget it's a video game because it looks so insanely good on a nice 4K OLED system. I would be doing it on Dolby Vision, but for some reason, even though I'm plugged directly into the TV with the original Xbox included cable, the Dolby Vision keeps glitching. The TV loses signal briefly. So I have to turn that off. I got to figure that out. I'm not sure what the deal with that is. But it looks really good. It's really fun so far. Lance Hendrickson's in there. Lynn Shay, I haven't gotten to her yet. I'm in a place where nobody's died yet. I think that's normal. Because again, I'm still pretty early in this 9-hour game. If you played Until Dawn or watched me play Until Dawn, this is the spiritual successor from the same people. It's also the people that made the Man from Medan series, whatever that series is called that I really want to play. Which, by the way, that reminds me of something else we'll talk about in just a second. But I'm having fun with that, and as soon as I can get all this shit done, I'm hoping to go play some more of that and some more Fallen Order. And yeah, it's really good. It's really good. It's not going to be worth the $60, $70 for everybody, but for me, I'm excited. And I'm doing my just original playthrough on my own, and it is one of those choose your own adventures, so you want to play it again and again and see the different outcomes. So my play style for the first one, I'm doing like, I am playing with some intentionally horror movie cliched choices, but also always choosing to give the characters the nicer choice. Because sometimes you can choose to be a dick to people, you can choose to be nice. So I'm tending to be nice so you like the characters more. And occasionally it's like, oh, I know they shouldn't kick in that door, but I'm going to let them kick in that door, you know, because that's what this dumb character would do. So that's kind of my initial play style. Eventually I'd love to play to the point of getting them all killed early. I'd also love to play to the point of trying to save everybody through the whole game. There is local co-op, that would be fun. And I know in July we get an online co-op. I don't know how those modes would work, but I'd be very curious to do it. And if we ever do it for the channel, I'll do some version of a co-op version. So having a blast with that. It's a real good time, and I want to shut up and get done so we can get on it. The other thing I'll talk about is PlayStation Plus Premium has happened. I was grandfathered in or upgraded or whatever. I'm good till November with that. Now I've heard they're going to add a lot more to it because it is a little lacking in terms of amount of options, but a lot of the options I've seen there are really good. I love that they have Resident Evil Director's Cut, the original version, not the remake. So I'll definitely give that a try. I mean, it's probably the same version. It's like on the little PS1 emulator box thing they sold a little while ago. But still, should be pretty good. I know all the PS3 stuff is streaming only, which I don't have that much problem with that. So the God of Wars I'll finally get to, hopefully. But then they have some really nice stuff in the PS2 collection. A lot of Jacks and Dax and Jack, whatever the hell those are. Some Ratchet and Clanks, I think. The first two of like The Man from Medan and The Lost Hope or whatever, the first two of those trilogy are on there, which is giving me a dilemma. You know, it's like, I want to play them on Xbox so I get the points, but in the reward and the, what do you call them? Trophies. So I guess it's going to come down to how bad I'm ready to play those and if I can afford to buy them at that moment. It's probably how I'll make that decision. But I like a lot of what I'm seeing in the PlayStation Plus Premium. Yeah, and is it going to cost the same? It's supposed to cost more, but I thought it cost the same. I don't know. $10 a month? I'll look into that. I don't know. I don't have a full review on that as I'm still dicking around with some of that stuff, but initially I am pretty happy with what I've seen in there. Some very interesting stuff I've never played, some very interesting stuff I'd like to play, some very interesting stuff I've never heard of, but now I'm like, ooh, I want to give that a try. So, you know, kind of excited about that. I was hoping for more PS1, PSP, and PS2, but that is coming. There's also some great Star Wars games on there. I already own them, but like Jedi Starfighter, things like that. They actually have the 2 Resident Evil light gun games that I do believe I have for the Wii. I know I have at least one of them, like Darksider Chronicles, and I forget what the other one is, but those are on there. Now, granted, they don't do light gun on the PS5, but I'm kind of excited to try those out. Operation Raccoon City. I haven't bought that for my PlayStation. I've got a 360 version, but you know, it's nice to have a digital version. And oh, that's going pretty well. So that's my video game segment. All right, this is a long-ish vlog. I have no idea, but it is time. That's a good L.I.T. I'm drinking some wine now. It is time to wrap this up. So thank you, everybody. Next week is the final round of the Elite 8 of the grilled cheese tournament. So we're going to do that. And then honestly, I'm going to have to skip a couple of weeks just because of timing with going to the Joe Bob's Jamboree and everything. I don't want to get in the middle of the Final Four and then break it up, especially because I might actually involve some other people moving forward. No promises. So we'll see where we go from there. But of course, I have more burgers I want to make, more sandwiches, more tacos, more Star Wars things. There's so many things. Eggs Benedict. You know, there's a lot of things I want to learn to make, and more cocktails, you know, eventually. So we'll keep doing those. But that's kind of the plans there. But I gotta go. So did some cool trailers today. You can be on the lookout for like the Guar documentary. A couple more requested, like Bodies, and the James. That's gonna be an interesting comment section. And the new Resident Evil trailer, the full trailer, not the teasers. And what else did I do? I did one other thing. Oh yeah, the gameplay footage for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. So be looking forward to those coming up in the next few days. But other than that, I'm going to get on out of here so I can go get all this work done. I still got to finish the trash and take it out. And it's like 12:30 now. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate you. Click that thumbs up button. Give me that good old thumb of encouragement, as I do love to be encouraged. And remember that we will get through this. We will get through this together. And, of course, check out my music anywhere you listen to music. Old school 90s pop punk. Look up TheEricButts anywhere you listen to stuff. It might not be for everybody, but it might be for you. So it's worth checking out a song or two, and hopefully I'll get some more this year. I have to. I must. It's important. So next time on thanks. But we'll do it. And I appreciate that. Check out TheEricButts.com. Very out-of-date website, filmmaking stuff, and other music. And lots more ways to support the channel. Links in the description below. Click that casino button.